ever-changing process. This is some of the equipment that we have. Fortunately for us in the county, and thanks to you and your tax dollars, we're able to have two sets of type of gear. One set of gear is what you normally see us in, our fire gear, and then this is more lightweight. As you can tell, it's kind of warm outside. The heavier, bulkier gear, you're sweating, you're working a little harder. This is thin material here. The gloves you have is different from our normal fire gloves that Tommy has on. And it allows us to move more freely. It's like a lightweight jacket, but it also is fire resistant. It protects us from getting cuts and scratches and things of that nature. So as they come off the unit, we've looked at the car, we know what we have in mind, what we want to do. We have a game plan, if you will. For guys, it's like a quarterback, setting up a game plan. For the young ladies, it's like setting up a game plan when you're dealing with the kids. If you have more than one, you have to have a game plan or you will have a headache by the end of the day. All right? So just trying to correlate that. So once they come up, some things are basic no matter what. When we come to a vehicle, we know we have to stabilize it. And the reason why we want to stabilize it is because if you're in an accident and you have some injuries that may be agitated by movements, bumps, things like that, we want to put you in a position where we are not moving you around, or the vehicle is not moving around. It may be on unstable ground, it may be up against a curb, it may be against another vehicle or tree, or it may be on the side of a road, off the side of a bridge. So the word of the day in that case is stabilization. And in this case, because the car is just on a simple roadway, if you will, they're going to use these what are called cribbings or step chalks. And they will simply apply them to the bottom of the car. And at that point, it will stop the car from bouncing because all vehicles have shocks. And with that flexibility, it'll stop the vehicle from moving. And as you can see, we have, well, you can't see it too much, but we have a mannequin in there which represents a patient. Our officer on the unit today is going to put a blanket over them because we're going to be cutting the doors. We're going to be taking the glass out. We don't want any breakage of glass in your eyes or anything like that, or you to get harmed in any way while we're trying to help you. You already have some injuries, so we're trying not to maximize that. We're trying to minimize it. So we work as a team. So as somebody's doing one thing, we have someone else doing another. And right now, they're stabilizing it, but they're putting a blanket over them as well. You can see on this side, you have some damage done to the car. So we can't just open the door. We're not supposed to just okay? Normally, we can't open the door due to the mechanism of injury, which is the accident itself. If it was another car there, or say they bounced off of a tree, and we are able to get access all around. Now, fortunately, but sometimes we have vehicles on top of each other, beside each other, upside down. So we have tools that will help us be able to perform our job adequately. These tools here are some of the tools that we use. Some of them are known. You may be well versed with them. You have spreaders, which of course they've been known as the jaws of life, and they spread apart. And then you have the cutters, which of course do just that. They're like scissors. All right? And I wanted to get that out because as they start, it's going to get a little noisy. But the object of the exercise today, we're going to end up popping the doors, which will give us some access. And we'll have one of our medics go in and do the patient assessment, talk to the patient, reassure you that we're there and things are going okay. They'll take what we call C-spine, stabilizing your neck, so if you have any spine injuries, you won't damage it any further as we're working on the outside. And then you'll have our crew here, which will coordinate. They're talking to each other. They're letting each other know what they're doing. And they're going to attempt to open the doors and take the roof off. And what that does, instead of us working in the close quarters, it opens everything up for us. We can work better, we can work safer, and smarter.
Your sister's right in front of me.
So with that, I'll let them get started, and we'll give you a scenario that we will run across. Pretty much, we call it a bread and butter because it's the normal things that would happen on an accident. Every time we don't have to take all of your doors off, every time we don't have to take your roof off, but if the call calls for it, This is something of what you will see here.
Ready, guys? Wow.
As you can see here, we start with the spreader, and that's his tool of choice. From looking at the car, looking at the accident when he first pulled up, he determines that he needs to start with this. His officer there, she would look as well as the second set of eyes, and she would determine, okay, is he making a good decision or a bad one? If he tries something more than 3 or 4 times, for whatever reason, then she may step in and say, how about trying this? In our situation, you always want to have not only a first plan, you want to have a second. In a lot of cases, when I ride a unit, I try to have a third plan because things can change, things may not work the way that you think they will, so you want to be prepared to go to the next step. I can show you on this side because they're working over there. If we're talking to each other, we have reference points. Here, we call them a A post, right here, a B post, and a C post. And then on minivans, station wagons, they have a D post. And the reason why we label them, because if we're working together, I can tell you I'm about to cut the A post. That lets you know if we're going to cut the B post or the C post, then you're not working together and things will be unorganized. So we're working as a team, we want things to go together. Right now it looks like we're taking out the doors first, which will gain access for our EMT and paramedics to make access to the car and to the patient. And then after they do that on both sides, then they'll start working the one.
I'm sorry. That's not nice. She said not nice things. Ooh, I can pray for
Why he's got the windshield? Sometimes we're that has to come with it. So we're making cuts now. So we got to take all of those off. It'll be a small transaction. One of the things that they're starting to do is to cut the posts. And normally what we will set out here, the driver will do it on their own while we're working in the car and set up what we call a tool cache. A tool cache is simply an area in which we would have, if we have to park quick, we're very fortunate right now with this exercise to be right here at the vehicle. But sometimes the vehicle may be in the woods, it may be down the street where we can't get to it with the unit. So we set up a tool cache somewhere nearby where we take off a lot of tools, we store them in one area, and they go back and forth to that particular spot to pick up the tools that they need. Right here, and you notice by taking off the two doors, we have more than enough room to access you. We can get to you with no problem. Here's the patient, here's the blanket, and we have more than enough room. Things that we have to worry about, we have the gear on and everything, but we still have dangers like this that we have to stay focused on. This is jagged metal, so we have to stay focused on that so we know that we're able to go home to our family. So right now the engine has to go. So the lieutenant that was stepping in for that, she's going on the call. Now, of course, in a normal situation, when we're on your call working on you, we stay with you.
Excuse me.
When we started out, I told you about the step stops, which stops the unit from vibrating and bouncing around. I don't know if anyone's noticed, but the car hasn't moved a whole lot, even with all of the work that's being done. And that's the primary purpose for that. Just think, if you have your ankle in there twisted or broken, and we're bouncing around, that can cause you a lot of pain, even while you're waiting for us to get you to cut it out. Try to minimize that. Working on a vehicle, there's certain things that we always wear because of just what happened. We had to break some glass, so we always had our gloves, helmet, and eye protection on. There's certain things you need every time we're on the scene of an accident. Working with it, you can only imagine how heavy the equipment is, and on a really hot day, it can get very cumbersome, you can get very tired, so it definitely takes a lot out of you. Right now, we're pretty much going at a very slow pace, just so you can see everything that we're doing. But trust me, when we're on the scene, we're moving a lot faster than this. About having different planes, an A, a B, and a C. But right now they're running into little glitches, and this is where you gotta know your tools. You gotta know exactly what your options are. We consider this a big toolbox. You can use the hydraulic tools that they have, you can use the battery operated tools, or you can use hand tools. And sometimes, if we can't get to the door that way, we have both on the side of the door, then we can actually use ratchets and hand tools to take those off to get our job accomplished. So you always got to be thinking. You always have to keep your mind going. Because you can get what we call tunnel vision, where you are thinking about this one particular way to do something and continue to do it, and it's not working, but you're so caught up in the moment. And that's where my job will come in as a unit officer, to walk around and not get involved, but watch what's going on. If it's not working after a couple of times, I would just step in, hey, if you're not going to do this, let's try this. Let's try another way. Yeah. Some of the small things that we have to worry about, like I spoke to you about getting cut from the vehicle, we took out some glass, so we have to worry about it for our own equipment, dragging the hoses over the glass, keeping this area as clear as possible to work in, so that it's easier for us. Now, we have several ways that we may lift the vehicle off when they're ready. Sometimes we lift it up, and just take it straight off, walk it off. Sometimes we may fold it forward. Sometimes we may flip it backwards. The biggest thing is just being communication with each other. And if you notice, as my technician Giller started to cut the glass, you saw what was dust. That was particles of glass. That's why we had the eye protection. So it's always little dangers around. access to the patient. And afterwards, we're going to do what happened in the cleanup and everything. But as far as getting access to your patient, their job is complete. So how about giving these guys a hand?